Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kendall. I make videos all things makeup, beauty, and life, and today we're doing a really quick, simple, easy summer makeup look. I already have my eyebrows done and I prepped my skin. My skin prep these days has been the point of view POV beauty skin prep because I don't care what you say, it's that good. It's phenomenal. If you haven't tried it yet, highly recommend getting it because the way my makeup has been sitting since using the POV skin prep, worth every penny. To start today's look, we're going in with the e.l.f. bronzer and contour liquid cream. This product is really great. We're going to actually do underpainting to start out. So when I do underpainting, I like to take the product itself, just throw it on the back of my hand. I've spoke about this product before in previous videos. The e.l.f. cream bronzing for drugstore and affordable, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Underpainting I feel like is so slept on because you can kind of make mistakes and kind of not be so, ooh, I think I got a shade way too dark in this, but it's fine. We're underpainting. It doesn't matter. But underpainting, you can kind of make more mistakes and kind of corrects them throughout the process. So underpainting, I feel like, is so slept on. It looks like you need a ton of technique to do it, but honestly, you don't. Way too dark a shade for me, but it's totally fine. Also, guys, my skin is breaking out so bad, but that's okay. We're going to underpaint it away. When I say underpaint, all I mean is that we're kind of doing steps a little backwards from what you would normally do. And you just kind of put the makeup in bigger places than really precise. You're kind of just throwing it on. I like to underpaint when I'm in a rush because it's less steps, it's quick, it's good, let's go out the door. You know what I mean? So just going in with that contour and bronze color, bronze up your temples onto your forehead, cheekbones obviously, and just blend it out really, really good. I'm going to have to return this color because, girl, not even close. Concealer today, we're using the Tarte Ultra Cream Shape Tape Concealer in the shade 128. And with this concealer, I'm just going to go in where you would normally go in, right underneath the eye. Also going to hit the forehead. I'm going to put a lot on since this bronzer is not my shade. Also going to hit all of my problem areas so we can really cover those up. With a concealer brush, I'm going to start with underneath the eyes and let these kind of blemishes just kind of sit there so they really do more coverage and get more tacky. But doing the concealer, I'm going to keep it right underneath the eye just to brighten it up and also drag it down a little bit just to blend it in with the contour. When you're underpainting, you really just have to trust the process that you're going to get there. When it comes to these blemish areas, I'm just going to pat to kind of blend the product in and then just kind of leave it like that so I keep the coverage. That way I can go back in with our beauty blender in just a minute to really just blend everything out and keep it really seamless. But this area under your chin, you can just go ahead and blend out. You shouldn't have as many spots on your face as I do. I'm just literally about to get my period, so my skin is like freaking out. I still look crazy, which is totally fine, but I'm just going to take a beauty blender and the e.l.f. setting spray to dampen my beauty blender, make it nice and damp. And then go in these areas again and just lightly buff these out so then they kind of like seamlessly go in with the bronzer. I'm going to blend over my blemish areas a little lighter so the product stays, but I'll probably have to go in and spot conceal again. But as you can see, I'm just going through here and just making sure everything doesn't look as clownish as before. For blush today, using the NARS liquid blush. This is in the shade Brazen. I've really been liking the NARS blush. I just got this on sale. During a sale, actually. I'd never used NARS blush before, and I actually really, really enjoy it. And I want to pick up more of these for sure. With a blush brush, going to tap this into the skin. See how nicely that blush blends? Like it's so good. Because it's summer, I want it to give like a kiss by the sun type of vibe. So I'm going to make sure this is hitting the apples of my cheeks. I normally don't do that, but I feel like for summer, it's necessary. Those areas we didn't really cover mostly, like right here and right here, just to get a little more product on the skin, I am going to be going in with The e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is a great product from e.l.f. as well. Honestly, e.l.f. never fails, but I'm just going to throw this in all on this bottom area just to kind of add a little more coverage for me. You can skip this step if it's not for you, but I just like a little bit more, and it's going to blend everything together even more better. Again, I'm going to take my beauty blender, dampen it again, just with some of this setting spray, fixing spray. I think this one is a setting spray. I'm going to kind of blend it up into this area too, just because I want it to all kind of seem seamless together. I'm not just going to keep it in that one area, but just kind of using it to blend every product together to make a really nice base. Do you guys see how luminous my base is still? Point of view beauty. All because of her. I'm going to pause on the skin and go into the eyes for a moment. I'm going to go back in with the e.l.f. Bronzer Contour Liquid Cream. And for this, I'm going to do the same thing, putting it on the back of my hand. But now I'm just going to take a small fluffy brush and dip it into that product, kind of wiping off the excess on the back of my hand. And then we're actually going to use this as eyeshadow today. Since it's a liquid, it will kind of set into your skin and make it feel like you're not wearing anything on your eyes, and that's kind of the goal. If you don't want to do this step, it's totally fine. You can also they do make liquid eyeshadows as well, and I just don't have one on me right now. I don't have any in my collection anymore. I used to have a ton of them, but I think when I went through my makeup and got rid of a bunch of expired stuff, a lot of my liquid eyeshadows were expired. Shocking. I'm taking a bigger blending brush and just kind of fluffing this out really nice towards the tail of my brow. And then I'm also just hitting this inner curve right here. I'm going to try to contour my nose today. I never do it on my channel. If you're new here, I never do it on my channel. I'm going to try it today. Also going to take some of that brown and just sweep it under the eye area, just to give a little dimension to the eye. Let's start setting the face. I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Translucent Setting Powder. This is the matte and poreless setting powder in the shade 100. And to set, I'm going to take a brush first. It's a really loose, just setting powder brush, and go right underneath the eyes. I don't want under the eyes too cakey because it's summer. You don't want to feel like you're wearing a ton of makeup, but you still have somewhere to go, so you want to look like you're wearing makeup. You just don't want to feel the makeup. So this is going to keep it really, really light underneath the eye. I really like this product as well because Maybelline just wasn't playing around when they did the Fit Me line. Also going to hit the T-zone because we know we be sweating out here in the winter. Summer. Delusional these days. I don't know what's going on. I'm going in with the Dermablend Professional Setting Powder. And with this, I'm just going to be taking my beauty blender, dipping it in here. And that's going to give you a ton of product. So I'm just going to take it on the back of my hand and just tap off the excess because this product is really heavy and I don't want underneath the eye any more heavier than this, but I do just want it to set a little bit further just to make it a little bit more clean underneath the eye and the rest of the face because I am going to be outside later. I'm probably going to be sweating and I just want to make sure that I don't get any patches or that my makeup sweats off. And I'm just going to add a little bit more over my blemish spots as well, just to make sure those don't kind of settle into the blemishes because they're not the prettiest things in the world and they will set in there. So just going to make sure that that's set. For powder today, it's going to be the MAC Matte Medium Rosy Skin Finish Contour. This is actually one of my first MAC products that's not a lip product, and I genuinely love her. I use her almost every single day. And for this product, I'm going to stamp it in as well because I don't want to go too crazy with it, but I'm just going to put it everywhere that I put that liquid contour earlier to set it there in place. So just tapping it into the skin really, really nicely. Look at that. It's so pretty. Moment of truth, guys. I'm going to try to contour my nose today. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the e.l.f. Bronzer and Contour Liquid Cream. This one is the end of my lightest one. But I'm just going to go down the side of my nose, I guess. I don't know, guys. I've never done this. And then like a circle in the middle I see. I don't know. And then I'm just going to take my contour. I should use a smaller brush, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy. And just pat this into the nose. Into the end of the nose. Am I doing it right? Probably not. Get this into the eyebrow a little bit like we did earlier. I don't know, like a little stripe down the middle. I don't know. Did I make my nose crooked? Probably. I don't know, guys. I don't think I really did anything. Maybe I did. I don't know. I feel like I don't need nose contour, but we tried. I don't know. Let's go in and do some blush using the NYX Buttermelt blush. I don't know what shade this is in because it has rubbed off the back, but it's a really pretty deep rosy color. And I'm going to just take a angled blush brush. It's very, very light, feathery, not dense at all. This product is very pigmented, so I'm only going to pick up a little bit at a time. Same thing for the blush. I'm just going to stamp it into the face. This blush is so pretty because it's so luminous. And it's such a deep blush color that I just find it so pretty. Also going to take a little bit of this and just hit up in here, like kind of like the corner of the eye, but also like into the eyebrow a little bit, and just kind of blend it outwards like this. I look like I got punched in the face, but don't worry. Beauty blender, tap it all out. With a different blush brush, this one is just like a, what is this? I don't even know what this is, but it's like a domed kind of fluffier brush. Definitely meant for powders, but I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place Volume 5 Blush Duo with this lighter pink, picking up this color again, another very pigmented blush. Very little bit of product. Just going to lighten up the blush right on the cheekbone in the lower area. See how that's like a lot? Going in with my contour brush, blending it all out. That is very blush heavy, which is totally great for some people, but I just need a little bit more bronze back in there. So using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, this is in the shade, what is this? I don't know what shade this is. Honestly, I don't know, but big fluffy brush again. Just gonna kind of hit where the bronzer would go, just to bring back a little bit more of the bronze. I'm going to try to finish up the eye, so I'm going to be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline Pencil in the shade Legend, which is just a black. I'm just going to go do like the corner of the eye. Flick outward like you would for a wing. And then just kind of like using my finger to make a little small wing, if that makes sense. I also have hooded eyes, so it makes things a little more difficult sometimes, especially when like wings are involved. There goes my light. I just kind of like smudged it out and then brought it in about to where the inside curve of my iris is. Because I have larger eyes and they curve so big, it looks weird if I just keep it on the outside. So I brought it in just a little bit. If you have smaller eyes, I suggest keeping it on the outside of your eye. But I'm going to go in with mascara and just add in a little lash. For lashes, all I used was the Ardell Wispies. These are just the... Is there a number on these? Yeah, black 113 Wispies. These are really nice if you want to like have a lash on but still keep it kind of subtle. These are really pretty, but let's go ahead and do final touches for this look. Highlighter today is going to be the NYX Buttermelt Highlighter. These highlighters are phenomenal. I love all of them. So I'm going to take it on a very small brush, picking up a little bit of it. I'm going to hit the inner corners of the eye just to kind of brighten up that inner corner. I'm going to do a little bit right here and then tap it out so it's not so like in your face. A little bit on the tip of the nose. And then I'm actually going to do full highlighter today. So I'm just going to hit the cheeks. But then I'm going to go in with the Beauty Blender and kind of blend it out so it's not so like in your face. Kind of want to add just a little bit to the brow bone to keep it really, really luminous. The littlest tiny bit. For a lip today, lip liner is going to be the MAC lip liner. This is the one in Whirl, the color Whirl. Then I'm just going to take a dot of concealer on my lip, really, really small. And then blend it through the lip with my finger. With MAC lipstick, this is shade Cream Cup. It's really, really pretty actually. It's kind of like a nudie, deeper pink. Finishing off this whole look with the One Size setting spray, just going to spray her down. I feel like everything is super luminous, perfect for summer. Even if you start to sweat a little bit, it'll just go in with the rest of it. But I think this is really great for that summertime look that's kind of looking effortless, but you did put in a little bit of effort. And I don't know, I like it. I like how it came out. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another video with me. And that's going to do it. I will see you in the next one. Love ya.